So welcome back guys, today we're here for a little different video. I always preach on this channel that you should try to play not safe all the time, but play decent like a human being. Play a little bit standard, and then when you spot some weaknesses of your opponent, start to explore them. Today I'm gonna talk about what you do when you exploit weaknesses, or when you found some holes in the opponent's defense, or either found that he doesn't have any clue about Yoshimitsu. What are the cheesy strings that Yoshimitsu has in one sword stance? I'm not gonna go over no sword stance, this is gonna be in a different video. I first and foremost don't recommend this for better opponents, but there are a lot of decent Tekken players that have no clue about Yoshimitsu and respect him way more than you have to. And today I'm going to show you 5 to 6 strings that I think you can use when the opponent is not familiar with the character. Yeah, and we will jump right into it. The first one is while standing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. While standing 1, 1, 1, 1. So, what is about this move? The startup is good with 14 frames, but it is duckable after the second hit. So if the opponent knows that, that means that if he ducks it, you have an option to spin out of it, which you can do versus good opponents. But if you do this and they don't twitch duck, that most likely means that they don't know. And if they don't know, then this string is super annoying, because every hit, the first two are natural, every hit afterwards is heavily delayable. And if they eat the whole string or the last hit, it's +6 and they're forced into crouch, which means that your option afterwards, your checking tools afterwards, like down to 2, are not steppable and very, very annoying overall, because they can only step in one direction. And the good thing about it is that on block, the string is 0. That means if you, for instance, at the wall and you throw it 2-1 and they press anything because they're forced in crouch, except the dig jab, they will get counter hitted. They have to crush the high or stay patient. And of course, you can kind of counter hit confirm this. So this is actually super cheesy. And of course, you also have the ability to do while standing 1, 2, which is actually pretty bad, because you can duck both of the second hits, both options. But if they don't know this, this is actually a very, very delayable counter hit launcher. And the spins afterwards are also very annoying to cover whiffs, and I told you that in the last video for this string. But it has decent range. If they duck it, however, don't use it. And how you find this out is either you analyze the overall reactions of your opponent, so you know, okay, they are reacting accordingly to my moves, or they don't, and then you start squeezing in this after a full crouch down 4-4 on hit. And if they're not ducking, that means, okay, you can, even against good opponents, you can delay this sometimes and score some counter hits. But against bad opponents, do this all day, every day. Because the delay is so annoying. You can annoy every, you can delay every freaking hit, and it's just frustrating to deal with. The next one is the dragonfly transition after 3-4, and this is actually my favorite. I told you in a video that I made like 2 years back, at the beginning of every match, test my opponent with 3-4, space out, and then test him if he knows that he shouldn't press slow buttons after this. And according to the reaction, if he does a 15 frame mid, I know, okay, he doesn't know. If he does a jab, I know, okay, he thinks he knows, but he doesn't. Then I can duck and hop kick or something. And if he sidewalks or sidestep blocks, I know, okay, I have to be careful. Same goes, for instance, for down 2-2. If he does twitch duck into stand block, I know, okay, I have to be aware of that. But if he tries to interrupt me every time, I know there is a big possibility that he doesn't know. But with this can get you a lot of damage if the opponent doesn't know how to deal with this. If he doesn't know that this high is plus on block. You can really make the opponent hesitant and question their decisions if you can land this move. But that only works against opponents who have no clue. Keep that in mind. But then this move is super good. Super good. And like I said, if you're not sure if the opponent knows, throw this a couple of times and see how they react. Throw this a couple of times. In a long set, you have time for that. The next one I'm going to talk about is down for 3 into full crouch. This is shit. If the opponent blocks this, you're -4, and the situation is not that good because this you can actually the extension or not. But if they don't know that how to deal with this, it gets super annoying. First and foremost, of course you can score counter hits with this if they mash buttons. If they gonna do a down forward 1, you can flash or Kicho parry, which is super annoying. And I'm not gonna talk about no sword stance, but boy oh boy, you know what that means. And if the opponent doesn't know, I abuse this on block. When I see them pressing buttons after this on block, the next time for sure will do this. And after that I will do this. And after that I will do the extension. And then I will fuck with their mind. And those tools are useful in a clutch situation. Those tools are, do you know this? Do you know that? That's cheesy tools that every character have at their disposal. And I don't want to say that Yoshimitsu has good cheesy tools. That character with way better cheese than him. But sometimes when you're in a clutch situation, or when the opponent is just annoying you in rank, and let's be honest to ourselves, everyone gets annoyed at rank sometimes. And sometimes someone is using Lily, using all these 25 frame lows, and you're too tilted to react to that, and then it's the time to unleash the bullshit. In small doses. Keep that in mind. Next one is down for 1-2. For me, with 3-4, the cheese king. I swear to God, if I don't see the opponent ducking this the second time I'm doing it, almost only do this move, because it's so annoying. The range is good. On hit you still +2/-1. The ballerina spin is +14. Of course, after the first spin you can flash. Of course, after the second spin, or after the first spin, I sometimes do this. And if the opponent doesn't duck this, it's very likely that he's gonna hop kick when you're in this situation. So the first flash, and after he ate the first flash, he's gonna all of a sudden respect you. And then it's where you use this over and over again, or this, and just be a dickhead. And if I'm in the clutch, even against good opponents, I swear I counter hit this a lot. If I play a long deathmatch, and I never do this, I throw this out to end the round, or to get the counter hit for ending the round, and it works. Against top European players, it works, but against those kind of players, you need to be used very cautiously and need to invest a lot of time for the mind game before using this. Now we come to one of the last ones. One of the ugliest unblockables you will ever see. Up back 1+2. So for me, this is the, if I go for an unblockable, this is the unblockable I use. Just because of the cancel like this at the wall, of course, but this unblockable has one thing going for it. It has range that you have never seen on any other unblockable. This hits from around range, yeah, from around. So if the opponent doesn't know that you need a tiny sidestep, and you made them hesitant with flash and everything, you can actually hit this at against top Korean players. They will eat this. I not advise you do it. So how I use my unblockables is very deep into the match. I don't start using this the first 2 matches or 3 matches. I start using this when I hit a lot of flashes before, when the opponent will doubt their turn, when there is a possibility that I got them to freeze up, then I use this. And even good opponents will backdash like hectically, but this is super hard to backdash with range 3.5. And then I just do shit like this, and it works. It hella works. But before that, You have to get the opponent to respect you, to question their decisions. I got 2 honorable mentions here. The first one is down 2-2, which I use at the beginning of the round. The mix-up is not that deep. The only thing that you have is the counter hit of down 1, actually, to score damage with this. But the string is, as I said in the beginning, very, very good to check at the beginning how the opponent is reacting. If the opponent is reacting accordingly, twitch, duck, and to block, then you know, okay, time to be careful, time to play solid. But if the opponent is pressing buttons every time after down 2-2 on block, you know, okay, I got a mix-up here, I got potential here to open the opponent. You can open this gate to respect you after down 2-2 because they ate down 2-1 1,000 times. Then you have a very, very strong tool at your disposal all of a sudden. The next one is down back free. The shittiest low in the game in my opinion. But if someone doesn't know that he has to block after the second hit and eats the whole string and then starts to block this and try to punish me if I have still the 4 left, then I know it's time to abuse this shit. And then there's actually times where I start doing shit like this. Or even shit like this. It's a low that has no frames whatsoever, but if the opponent shows that he doesn't know how to deal with it, this is actually super annoying because punishing Yoshimitsu for it can be very difficult if you fall to the ground, if you transition into mat stance. The punishes are not that cut and dry what people make it out. If they're always while standing 4 afterwards, all these options won't save you. But if they don't, abuse the shit out of it. So this was kind of a different video. I preach on this channel, like I said in the beginning, to play safe, to recognize the weaknesses in your opponent's defense and in their offense. But sometimes you cannot break opponents down with just playing solid because Yoshimitsu's tools aren't strong enough for that. So sometimes you have to risk something and throw shit like this in. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one. Goodbye.